Just needed to clean the camera. All right. I'm not sure how many folks are joining live, so we'll get started right on time today. Today we have a flow that is primarily focused on the hamstrings, a little bit of glute, and hips, very hip oriented. So to get started, we're going to be on our hands and knees. So if you'd like to hang out in a child's pose for a moment as we're waiting to start, go for it. And if you are joining live and there are any issues with the audio or anything else, I actually have the chat turned off just so I'm not distracted, but you can send me a message on anything. I'll see it. I have my phone out here. All right. So if you're ready to begin, maybe child's pose just for a moment. We will get started on our hands and knees. Make sure you have some water nearby. We're doing about 45 minutes today, so it won't be crazy long, but you might want water. So it's nice to have it. All right, and if you're in child's pose or just joining, come into a tabletop position. We're going to start with our fingers spread nice and wide, our knees right underneath our hips. We'll drop the belly, lift the tailbone up, face forward. And then on the exhale, you're going to round your spine, press the hands down into the mat and draw the chin towards your chest. Inhale, drop the belly, face forward, tailbone up, and round the other way. So sometimes when I start this way, I feel a little bit of tension or discomfort in my low back, usually because I've either just come in from a run or a long sit. And this is just an area of our body that needs a little bit of extra time to warm up. So take your time here. If you're feeling any discomfort in the spine, just take it easy. Make sure your breath is big and expansive. Fill up the body. And then as you start to become more comfortable, as the spine starts to loosen up, maybe you make it a little bit bigger. Just taking our time. Nice, gentle cat-cows. If you're feeling really good, really warm, try to press those hands really firm. Get a really big round in your spine as you go through cat pose. Really nice dip through the belly as you go into your cow pose. That inhale and that exhale through the nose. Out the mouth if you need it. Let's get one more round in. And the next time you're in your cat pose with the spine rounded up, you're going to stay there. You're going to come up onto your fingertips. Really press them into the earth. Get a nice big round through your upper back. Chin towards the chest. One more breath in. And then exhale, release. Nice flat back. Inhale here. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Left hip comes out to the side. Inhale through center. Your back is nice and flat. Exhale, other side. So just getting a little bit of a lateral bend here. Inhale through center. Exhale, look over the right shoulder at that right hip and left hip. You know the deal. Inhale through center. Exhale, little twist. Keeping the spine as straight as you can so the core is engaged to support your back. You want to feel this in your obliques, sides of your body, and then maybe with that little hip tilt out to the side, you're getting an extra stretch in the low back. Good. Nice, gentle start today. We are going to move through our salutations. So sun salutation A, moving through that down dog, standing series. high plank, low plank, that whole thing. If you'd like to keep class a little bit more grounded, you can, of course, skip anything you want to skip. Maybe just going to down dog, rocking out to plank. If you feel comfortable improvising, then go for it. Next time you're in center, stay. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, hips up, downward facing dog. Look back at those feet and make sure they are hips width distance apart, knees slightly bent, heels going towards the ground. Look up at your hands, make sure they are a little bit wider than your shoulders, but not by much. Fingers spread wide, head relaxes down. Look at your feet again. Press strong into the hands, even the fingertips, so that you're taking some of the weight out of your wrists. And that bend in the knee is helping you lift your tailbone up higher. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. I have a couple yawns in me. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Awesome work. Next time you breathe in, lift the heels off of the ground. Bend the knees, look forward, and walk your feet up to your hands. Whew. Take as many steps as you need. A flat back inhale. Hands come right underneath the knees. Press the palms into the knees, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees so much that your belly touches your thighs. Inhale again, halfway up. Flat back. Good. Exhale, fold. Twice more. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Oh, I have way more than one yawn in me. Take a deep breath in, flat back. Exhale, let it go. Hang out here, bending the knees so that the belly touches the thighs, and then grabbing opposite elbow, letting yourself hang heavy ragdoll, forward folds. Head relaxed, neck relaxed. If it's not relaxing for you, bend your knees even more. Give yourself some support. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Release the hands to the earth. Slowly roll all the way up to stand. Take your arms to the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, fold forward all the way back down. A flat back. Breathe in. Hands down, step back, high plank. Take a deep breath in here, and then drop the knees to the earth. Start to lower your chest and chin down to the earth so your butt is still up, elbows touch your ribs. Inhale, come through, cobra, legs are on the mat. And then exhale, over the knees, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. We're going to do that sequence again with less flat backs. Inhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees, look forward. Walk those feet up to your hands. Flat back, breathe in just one time. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll all the way up to stand. Arms to the sky. And then come right back down. Flat back, breathe in. Hands down, step back, high plank. Breathe in here. Exhale, drop knees, chest, chin to the earth. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, over the knees, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, lift the heels again. Bend the knees, look forward. Walk or hop front of your mat. Flat back, breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. Rise. Inhale, stretch those arms up. Get tall. Exhale, fold right back down. Flat back, breathe in. Hands down. High plank. Inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the earth. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment here with the fingers spread wide. Pedal out the feet. Bend one knee. Bend the other, stretching out the backs of the legs. Awesome work. We're going to do another salutation, adding on a crescent lunge and a little quad stretch. Heels down, inhale, lift them up, bend the knees, look forward, hop to those hands. Flat back, breathe in. Exhale, fold forward. Rise, inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, right back down. Flat back, breathe in. Hands down, step just the left foot back. Good. In a nice runner's lunge, drop the back knee, untuck the toes, arms to the sky, low crescent. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, hands down. Good. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, step back, high plank. Lower down, low plank, knees or no knees. You can keep the knees lifted. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do the same leg. Lift that right leg up to the sky. Step it between your hands. Runner's lunge. This time, arms to the sky. Crescent lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take another breath in. On the exhale, bring the hands down to the earth. Drop the back knee. Untuck the toes. Bend the back knee so the toes go up to the sky. All right, now you're going to reach back with your right hand to catch that foot. Some of us are going to need to come up first. Catch that foot. And then maybe you can place that hand back down. Hips stay square. Left heel coming in towards the glute. Try to relax your face, relax your toes. Another breath in. Exhale. Good. Release that back foot. Bring that right hand next to the right foot. Lift the back knee. Downward facing dog all the way back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees, look forward, hop to those hands. Flat back, breathe in. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Rise, inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold right back down. Flat back, breathe in. This time, right foot goes back, runner's lunge. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes, arms to the sky, low crescent. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the earth. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, high plank. Take a deep breath in here. Lower down, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Lift the left leg up. Step it forward, runner's lunge. Back here, so knee over ankle, ground down through the feet, arms to the sky, crescent lunge. Good, breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take one more breath in. Exhale, hands down. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes, and if you already know you need it, come up first. Bending that back knee, you catch the foot with your left hand. And then right hand maybe comes to the ground. Keep pulling that heel in towards your glute, bending into that left knee. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Another breath in. Exhale. Nice and easy, release the foot. Hand comes outside the left. Tuck the toe, lift the knee, downward facing dog. Awesome work. Breathe in. Breathe out. Drop the knees to the earth. Bring them to the edges of the mat. Big toes touch. Child's pose. Just taking a moment here to reset. Let the hips relax. We are going to do that again a little bit faster. If faster doesn't feel good in your body, then don't go faster. Take your time, breathe as long as you need to in each posture, but we'll really go breath to movement. So every time we breathe in, we do one thing. Every time we breathe out, we move into the next thing. I'll cue you, I'll guide you, but you do what you need to do to make sure that it feels good in your body. Awesome work. Breathe in. Breathe out. And when you are ready, you'll make your way back to downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees, look forward, hop to those hands. Flat back, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Rise, come all the way up, inhale. Exhale, fold right back down. Flat back, breathe in. Hands down, left foot steps back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, arms to the sky, just this one breath. Exhale, hands to the earth. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, high plank. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, drop knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Step it between your hands, runner's lunge. Inhale, arms to the sky, crescent lunge. Take another breath in here. And then exhale, hands to the ground. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes, bend. Reach back with that right hand, catch your foot, quad stretch. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale, release the foot, tuck the toe, lift up, downward facing dog. Awesome work. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, look forward, hop to those hands. Flat back, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Flat back, breathe in. Step back, right foot. Good. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. On an inhale, we come up. On an exhale, we go down. Lift the back knee, untuck the toes, step back, high plank, breathe in. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Left leg lifts, breathe in. Step it between your hands, runner's lunge. Inhale, arms to the sky. Sink a little bit lower, exhale. Let's take this breath in. And then exhale, hands to the earth. Drop the back knee. Untuck the toes. Point those toes to the sky. Reach back with that left hand. Catch the foot. Quad stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Release the foot. Tuck the back toes. Lift the knee. Downward facing dog. Whew, I'm slipping all over the place. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Awesome work. We're going to take the feet to the top of the mat. Take a lot of steps all the way up to your hands. Bring the feet hips width distance apart. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Take your two fists, and I want you to measure here. So between your big toes, you should only be able to fit your two fists. Make sure that is the case. And then go ahead, grab opposite elbow, a little sway side to side. Relax your head. If you need it, bend the knees a little or a lot. Get a nice stretch through the backs of the legs. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Good. So roll all the way up. We're going to get into those hamstrings in a different way. So feet are going to come wide. I'm going to face the side here. Toes come in slightly. And knees are not locked, but they aren't bent either. They're just relaxed. Hands on hips, start to bend forward, coming into a flat back. Taking your time, feeling all through the hips what's going on. And then start to fold forward again. So back in this forward fold. So the goal here is to feel the stretch through the backs of the legs and up into the glutes. I want you don't have to fold all the way, but place your hands underneath your shoulders. I'm going to have my eyes just right between my hands. So just looking right between where my hands are. Now, before I fold, what I'm thinking about is rocking the weight back a bit. So hips are going back. Weight is in the heels more than it is in the balls of the feet. And then I'm going to start to relax a little bit more, let my head hang heavy, let gravity take over. And now what I want you to do is think about, so still weight moving back, you should start to feel the stretch coming into the hamstrings and the glutes a bit more. You're going to think about tilting that tailbone up. So like there's a string attached to your tailbone and someone is pulling it up and back, kind of where the ceiling and the wall meet behind you. See if just by visualizing that, starting to adjust the body ever so slightly, you feel the stretch come into the back body a bit more. And there are other things you can adjust here. Maybe the legs need to go wider. If you want to feel the stretch more in the hamstrings, your feet need to come closer. Maybe turning the toes in a bit more, heels out a bit more. Play around with the stance if you don't feel the sensation in the way that you would like. But also, maybe just meet your body where it is today. See if you can, with the exhale, let your body get a little bit heavier. We're not doing too much more by way of standing series. We are going to get pretty grounded and get into those hips a bit more. Kind of that deeper, more restorative position that we either love or we dread. Start to come up on the fingertips again. If you need to, bring the feet a little bit closer. We're going to come out of this the way we came in. So catching the hips with those hands, coming up through a flat back. Use your core. Good. Awesome. All right. If you need to, shake it out. Maybe roll the feet, the ankles. We're going to make our way. You don't have to dance, but you're going to make your way back to the top of your mat. Arms to the sky. Fold forward, come down. All right, take a flat back, breathe in. Place the hands on the ground, step the left foot back. We're in that runner's lunge again. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Let's hang out here for a moment. Bring both hands inside the right foot and bring that right foot, hopefully you can't hear my mat squeaking, over to the right edge of your mat. Heel is on the mat, toes are off of the mat. So you've got this slight turn outward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Awesome work. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you'd like, you could get a little bit lower. Maybe coming onto the forearms. I'm okay. I'm okay where I am. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. And then we're going to start to back off of this a little bit. So start to rock the hips back. Good. Okay, now bring the hands underneath the shoulders. So you're just not in that lizard lunge anymore. We're backed out of it. Hands, nothing has really changed except you've rocked back. Hands are right underneath the shoulders and you're going to stay here. So trying to get the left hip over the knee. Keep the right foot flat if you can. Feel this stretch through the glute. It's super intense in my glute right now. Some of you might be able to go back a little bit further. It's not a hamstring stretch. We're in this like nice pocket of the glute. Stay right here. Breathe in, breathe out. You know the deal. Just a little, maybe you don't feel it as intense as I feel it, but you should be feeling something through the glute muscle. We're going to move our way into, we're going to turn to the left side. And how we're going to do this is we are going to turn the left foot towards the right edge of the mat. So you've got your shin parallel with the mat now. You're going to come up and you're just going to walk this foot back to center. Okay. Start to lean over to the right, bending into that knee, and then back off. If you need to fold your mat over for a little extra cushion, go for it. Okay, there's a series of stretches we're going to do from here. So right here, just getting into hip, the groin. Yeah, that was super intense through my glute. I'm not sure what muscle it was, but it was in there. All right, just a couple more rocks here. No certain number we're aiming for, just move nice and slow. Maybe inhale, exhale. Good. Now from here, you're going to bring the hip back over that knee. Place the hands out in front and extend this leg straight. Toes face the left edge of your mat. Good. Now from here, you're just going to rock the hips back and then come back so knee is over, hip is over the knee. Yeah. Rock it back and come forward. Nice work. Rock it back and come forward. Rock it back. Get a couple more in. Awesome work. Then bring that right knee underneath the hips. Flat hands, a couple cat-cows here just to find a little bit of balance, like you're pressing the reset button. Awesome work. And it's not going to be graceful, but you're just going to climb your way back to the top of your mat. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees, look forward, walk or hop to those hands. Flat back, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Slowly roll all the way up, arms to the sky. And then exhale right back down. Flat back, breathe in. This time, the left foot steps back. Runner's lunge. Knee over ankle. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes, and then both hands inside that left foot. Walk the left foot over to the edge of your mat. Toes come off, heel stays on. Flat hands if you can. Building off of this, bringing yourself into or onto your forearms if it feels good. Staying right here if you're content. Breathe into those hips. Try to relax the face, extend through the neck, dropping the shoulders back, tucking them into the shoulder blades. Nice long neck. Just a few breaths here. Awesome, Mark. Take another breath in. Exhale. We're going to start to walk ourselves back. So walk back, back, back. So the hip comes over the knee, the right hip over the knee. Hands underneath the shoulders. Good. And just moving back until you feel a little bit of something in your glute, maybe your hamstring. This side, I feel it less in my glute, more in the back of my leg. But I know if I try to maneuver my hip a little bit, drop my hip down, oh yeah, now I feel it in the glute again. Try to keep that foot flat. If you feel any discomfort in your knee or somewhere else, then you just back off, come forward a bit. Okay, you're going to stay exactly where you are. I'm just going to turn around so that my back is not facing you. Do not move. Okay, now from here, you're going to turn the right toes to the left edge of your mat. Good. Come upright and adjust this foot so it is back to center. Good. Leaning over and coming back. Bend. We don't want this knee going past the toes, so just make sure your foot is a little bit further out. So when you are upright, your foot is ahead of your knee, just so you've got some range of motion here. Whew. Just a few more kneeling stretches like this, and then I'm gonna tell you where we're going. We're going to half pigeon because you're ready for it. And then we're gonna get on our backs and we're gonna do a nice figure four because you're ready for it. And that's really it. So a little restorative end to our practice today. Maybe do one more. I want to make sure we're leaving plenty of time to get into those juicy stretches. Come upright, hands come forward, extend that leg straight, toes face the same way as your hands. This is the left edge of your mat, I think. Right edge? I forget. I turned around, so now I don't know. It is the right edge of your mat. Rock the hips back and then come forward. Adjust as needed so that you're feeling that stretch through the inside of the leg. Tucking the right toes under if you need the extra support. Making sure that right hip stays over the knee, tracking with the knee. Awesome work. Just a few more rocks here. We're going to do the same thing, transitioning into a tabletop, doing a couple of cat and cows, and then we're going to get right into half pigeon. But if there's something you need to do in between, go for it. If you need another salutation or some other kind of form of movement, build a little extra heat in your body, do it before getting into that nice stationary pigeon. All right. All right. Bring that knee underneath you. A couple cat and cows here. Drop the belly, shine the face forward, and then exhale, round. Pull the chin towards the chest. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round. And then let's do one more together. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round. Come to a nice flat back. Walk the hands to the front of the mat. Knees right underneath you. Now from here, we are going to step the left foot back, right foot back, high plank, downward facing dog. Take the right leg up into the sky, get a little stretch here, lengthen out the hip, and then right knee to right wrist. Slide that left leg back, untuck the toes. Knee and wrist are hanging out together. This right ankle and left wrist, mine are not close together, but you can try to wiggle it up a little bit closer. For me, what's important is that this your left leg is extended straight out from your hip and it's lined up with the edge of your mat. Other thing that's important is your hips are level with one another. One is not lower than the other. All right, so adjust so that is the case. And if you need support under your right butt cheek, put a block or a pillow or something under there. Start to come down onto your forearms. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Just a couple more breaths here. If it feels good, stay where you are and just keep breathing. If you think you could rest your head, maybe 2 stacked fists or 2 stacked arms, I want you to go ahead and do that. And we're here for a while, so settle in, deepen your breath. Only backing out if you reach a point that it's super uncomfortable, you can't breathe past it, or if it's hurting in any way. Flex that right foot to protect your knee. Flexing any muscle can really help protect your joints. Just a couple more breaths here. If you'd like to start backing out a little bit, back out by lifting the head first. Coming back onto those forearms. And maybe pressing those hands down. And upright, you will go. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee. Let's come back into high plank. Strong, strong, strong. Downward facing dog. Lift the left leg this time, get a little stretch. And then left knee, left wrist. Slide that right foot back. Let's set it up with care, just like we did on the other side. So the leg is long, in line with the right edge of your mat. Maybe that left heel coming up or left ankle coming up towards that right wrist. Hips are level with one another. And then down we go onto the forearms. Two minutes here. Find your breath and maybe relaxing the head. Almost there. Take a couple more breaths. Deep into the belly. And then just notice where your mind went. Where did it wander to? Can you bring it back? Maybe now coming up onto the forearms. I didn't get any lower this time. Hands come onto the mat. Lifting the chest. And then tuck the back toes, lift the knee. All right, strong through the core. Step back, high plank. Downward facing dog. Pedal out those feet. This is your last chance just to reset. Get a nice stretch on the backs of the legs. And then go ahead, drop to the knees. Swing the legs around front. Just one last little stretch here before we rest. Coming onto the back. You're going to lift, make sure you move any hair out of the way. Lift the right leg up. Cross it over to create a figure 4 stretch through the legs. Check to see how dirty my feet are there. Okay. Grab onto the back of that left leg. Just getting a stretch through the glute. Keep that right foot flexed. Knee moving away from you. If you need a deeper stretch, you can grab onto the shin. Or you can straighten the leg, grab onto the calf, the ankle, whatever you can reach. But make sure that the low back stays on the ground. Deep breath in. Exhale. Release that foot to the ground. Right foot down. Left leg lifts. Bend the knee, cross the ankle. Good. Take a moment here, reset, and then go ahead, lift everything in, grabbing onto the back of that leg. Awesome work. So like always, well, first of all, 45 minutes flew by. But like always, you have a choice of how you'd like to end your practice, whether that is Shavasana, corpse pose, laying down flat, legs extended, arms extended, just hanging out on the ground. You can also do legs up a wall, which means you're going to sit sideways next to the wall and you're going to swing the legs up as you lay down. Just the way to get your butt as close to the wall as possible. You just sit against it sideways first. And then there's also Supta Baddha Konasana, where we are in a reclined butterfly pose, like extra little stretch for those hips, but only if you can relax in that position. If you want to relax in that position, you could always use pillows under your knees. Just give yourself a little extra support. Release that right foot to the ground, uncross. Feet as wide as the mat. Give yourself a couple of windshield wipers, side to side. Just one last little release for the low back. And then you decide, where are you going to rest today? I'm going to leave you there. And you're going to hang out for as long as you need today. Don't rush away. At least take a minute. At least take 5 deep breaths. All right? Just 5. Give yourself 5. And then maybe you'll decide you want 10. And then all of a sudden 10 minutes have passed, right? All right, come to center. Give yourself one last little squeeze here. Wrap the arms around the shins. Eyes come towards the knees. Curl up. And then go ahead. Find that final resting pose. Legs extended or up the wall, or, we described them all. Wherever you end up, arms by your sides, palms face up. Let's finish with a couple of deep breaths together. You in your final resting pose. I'm going to sit up here. Palms face the sky. Exhale all of that air out. And then let's inhale together. Exhale, let it go. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Seal the lips and continue to breathe through your nose. Hanging out here for as long as you need today. And I'll see you next time.